It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
Opening day baseball. It doesn't get much better than this. Here from Notre Dame High School, from Father John Donofrio Field on the WBCB Sports Network. It's the Irish of Notre Dame playing host to the Blue Devils of Ewing High School. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Nick Gallagher, my name is Mike Warren. Great to be with you as our baseball coverage ensues today. Opening day here on the WBCB Sports Network. Game 1 of 2 on the network this afternoon. And today's coverage is brought to you by Team Toyota, Kessel Dermatology, the Capital Health System, the Revere Restaurant, the New Jersey Education Association, Notre Dame High School, Haldeman Ford, Jammer Doors, the Trenton Thunder, the Trentonian, the Italian People's Bakery, Hyundai of Trenton, Mayor Bert Steinman of Ewing Township, all proud to bring you today's coverage on WBCB. The Irish and Ewing opening up their season against one another for Notre Dame, an up-and-down season a year ago as they look to rewrite the script here in the 2025 campaign. Nick, when we talk about Notre Dame, there's one thing that we are never short of, and that is talent. Joe Drulis, year in and year out, he has a ton of talent on his squad, and there are a lot of names in this lineup, 1 through 9, even on the bench as well, that are going to be playing some pretty big ball next year at the collegiate level. He's got a ton of talent, and he matches up pretty well against this Ewing squad led by David Angebrand.
Yeah, they do. Drulis, a 24 season in charge of this Irish program. He lost 12 seniors from last season. They returned 10 members for the new senior class, 15 total returning players. And they are experiencing, like you mentioned, Mike, a team that doesn't really struggle, who doesn't really have the up and downs. I went back in 13 years, the last 13 years in Notre Dame baseball. 2021 was their last season where they were just above 500 at 9-8 in that shortened season. Other than that, they've won 15 to 18, even 20-plus games consistently every single year. And that looks like the Notre Dame team they look to get back to here in 2025.
A little bit of a different look for Joe Drulis' squad, as Nick alluded to, 12 members graduating a season ago. But again, a lot of experience even then still on this team with this Irish lineup. You talk about Tyler Stefanisco, a senior. He's undecided, expected to play collegiate ball the next 4 years as well. Stefanisco, a prominent name in this lineup for Notre Dame and a prominent feature in this lineup for Notre Dame a season ago. He adds a ton of experience. Behind the plate, you have Danny Katrupi, the Muhlenberg College commit, who will be joining his former teammate in Luke Foley next season at Muhlenberg. But Katrupi committing over the summer, and a positive summer for him in the AAU ranks. He was fantastic, and he swings a very good bat. When he is hot, he's one of the better bats behind the dish. And you think about that Irish team a year ago, Katrupi might have had a chance to be the everyday catcher if it weren't for Jack Saker coming back from the Hun School to finish his campaign here with Notre Dame. Saker now at St. Joe's playing for the Hawks on Hawk Hill, but Katrupi, again, a very smart catcher behind the plate and a lot of skill both with the glove and with the stick at the dish. Take a look at some of the other seniors on this team for Notre Dame. Connor Dunn, the Stockton University commit, he gets the start at shortstop. We saw Connor Dunn a handful of times last year, Nick, for Notre Dame. He's a key member of this lineup as well, and he bats at the top of this lineup for Notre Dame. The shortstop this year for the Irish, after it being manned by TJ Magliazzo the previous 3 seasons, a switch at one of the more important positions, but you ask Joe Drulis, he knows that Connor Dunn is up for the job.
Yeah, he is. I mean, Connor can really get on base and steal, and that's what this Irish team could do. They get their top guys in the in the lineup on base, and they get them moving around the base pass, and that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to get off to a fast start. Conditions may play a factor into today's contest, but the Irish have always been known for that, and Drulis likes to get his top of that lineup guys with speed and get the rest of the middle lineup with some power and some contact, able to move those runners along the base path.
Let's take a look at the lineups today presented by the Trentonian. Don't forget, you miss any of today's action, read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. First for the visiting Blue Devils of Ewing High, in center field leading off, it's Sam Leibowitz. Behind the dish, batting second, Joey Andrees. Over at third base, batting third is Jake Mignona. Ryan Gregg on the bump today. He bats fourth. Josh Tirado over at first base bats fifth. In the sixth spot, it's Wilfrey Rodriguez over at shortstop. Over in right field batting seventh is Mason Bourne. At second base batting eighth, Michael Ordini. And rounding out the lineup in left field is Connor Lane. So again, for David Angebrandt's Blue Devils, Leibowitz, Andrees, Mignona, Greg, Torado, Rodriguez, Bourne, Ordini, and Lane, the 1 through 9 for Ewing. And for Ewing, it was a 6-5 victory. The last time these two schools met back on May 8th, a season ago. Ewing snapping a losing streak and looking to build a winning streak here this afternoon, going for 2 straight against the Irish, but a tough task in front of them as they face off against the hard-throwing righty, the Monmouth University commit, the junior in Josh Klenna.
Yeah, Josh Klenna is gonna have to. I mean, really, Mike, the first start for any pitcher, and especially in the CVC, is always tough to get kind of your arm loose again. Seeing live contact, it's not your teammates that you've seen all winter and even some of the fall. But really, he's gonna have a tall task. Ewing, a good experienced team, 8 players back this season, 5 of them seniors, 8 underclassmen, so a mixture of some youth and some veteran on this team. Not so good last year, 10-12 last year, 7-7 in the CVC Valley Division. They were a Mercer County Invitational semifinals. They lost to West Windsor, Plainsboro North. But Klenner's going to have a tall task to get back just in the swing of things, getting the arm loose again, let your defense kind of do some work. You not try to do too much and just play to contact and let your defense do some work today.
Let's take a look at how the Irish line up defensively behind Klenna on the mound today. We mentioned Danny Katrupi behind the dish as well, calling the signs for Josh Klenna this afternoon. In the outfield, we'll go from left to right. It's Jimmy Iacona in left field, Tommy Swiatek in center, Mike Cummings out in right. In the infield, around the diamond left to right, Jamie Duffy at third, Connor Dunn at short, Josh Guire over at second base, and Mike Shapula at first. Klenna, of course, on the bump, and Katrupi behind the dish. And we'll talk a little bit more about that sophomore campaign that Josh Klenna had, because it was very impressive, and we saw him a number of times last year. We spoke with him a number of times last year as the Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game, and it didn't really seem to matter what situation you put him in. Bases loaded, nobody out, man on third, winning run 90 feet away. Klenna came into the game unfazed and more times than not left the situation unscathed, which is very impressive to do, and you're seeing why he got that call from Monmouth University and why he made the commitment there, because of that talent that he exemplified here on the mound, specifically at Father John Donofrio Field.
Yeah, Klenna is really just that calm, cool, collected kind of cat who just really will just not let anything bother him, and you need those kind of pitchers in your rotation, Mike, this day and age. I mean, you just need guys you could just trust in, give the ball to, and you can give him 5-6 innings or what have you. Just let him throw, and just you can trust him to get some outs and give you some solid eating innings throughout the season.
And for Klenna, you mentioned that composure out there on the bump. He definitely is composed, but there's one thing that he doesn't lack, and that is a lot of fire and a lot of energy that he plays with. If he gets out of a big situation, he lets you know about it, and we're looking forward to seeing some of that energy out on the mound today as Josh Klenna gets the opening day start for the Irish. Looking to set off on the right foot is Notre Dame, looking to sort of rewrite last year's storyline after a 6-5 victory for the Blue Devils, as they were able to score 2 runs in their half of the 6th inning before obtaining the final 3 outs against the Irish. A huge win for Ewing last year. They're looking to build off of that coming into today. Umpires just showing up. We'll take a quick break here on the Trentonian pregame show. It's the Irish of Notre Dame and the Ewing Blue Devils opening day baseball here on WBCB.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, President of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators in all of our public schools, we wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 five-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
WBCB alongside Nick Gallagher. My name is Mike Warren. The Blue Devils of Ewing High getting set to face off against the host Irish of Notre Dame. And Nick, we were just talking about it during the break. A little bit of a different look in the CVC divisions this year. And why don't you highlight some of those changes, as we'll have a different look for the CVC tournament coming up in just a couple weeks. And again, some realignment among the two divisions as well.
Yeah, so last year the Blue Devils were in the Valley Division. This year they are in the Colonial Division along with Notre Dame. Notre Dame and Steinert are staying in the Colonial Division for this year, but you're going to have new additions: Lawrence, Allentown, Hopewell Valley, Robbinsville, Nottingham, and of course Ewing, with Lawrence and Allentown winning 20 games last year, Robbinsville winning 19 games. Steinert won the Colonial Division last year, and Lawrence won the Valley Division. So it really opens up the Valley Division here in 2025 with Hamilton West, Hightstown, Princeton, Princeton Day, Trenton Central, and West Windsor, Plainsboro North and South. And a massive division here in the Colonial Division with Notre Dame and Lawrence and Allentown, Robbinsville and Hopewell Valley, Mike, always top fierce competitors in the CVC.
Yeah, a lot of heavy hitters in that Colonial Division. You talk about Lawrence, you talk about Notre Dame, and Lawrence, again, you know, the preview on the Trentonian Sports website written by Red Birch of the Trentonian. He said that when he spoke with Jimmy Mayer, Jimmy said straight up, you know, we lost some talent, but we have a lot of experience still on this team, and a record-setting season a year ago for the Lawrence Cards as they look to continue that record-setting pace with a new regime of seniors leading things for them. And while we're here at Notre Dame, let's talk about the Irish taking the field for the first time this season. We'll remind you again how they line up defensively behind Josh Klenna on the mound this afternoon. Over at third base, it's Jamie Duffy. At shortstop, Connor Dunn. Josh Guire at second base. Mike Shapula over at first. Danny Katrupi behind the dish. In the outfield, it's Jimmy Iacona in left. Tommy Swiatek in center. And Mike Cummings in right field. The wind blowing out towards left. It's to the back of us here on the first base side, pushing out towards that 317 sign in left field. And the sun a factor in this one as well, Nick, as it continues to kind of play peekaboo with us through the clouds, as those clouds have kind of dispersed a bit. The sun making its presence felt, but definitely could play an impact on some of those high fly balls early in this one.
Yeah, it could. It's definitely, as the game progresses here and the sun moves around, more cloud coverage comes along. You know, going to be struggling maybe outfield to see those fly balls, especially right away back to live action here in 2025.
Sam Leibowitz to lead things off for Ewing. It's Leibowitz, Joey Andrees, and Jake McNona, the first three for David Angebrandt's Ewing Blue Devils. A 6-5 victory for the Blue Devils over Notre Dame just a season ago. And here is Klenna, deep breath. Kicks and fires the first pitch on the way, and a fastball misses down and out. 1 ball, no strikes, and we are underway. First pitch fired in right on time at 4:01. Klena lifts the leg and fires home. The fastball at the belt paints the inside corner, and we're all knotted up. A ball and a strike. Leibowitz out in center field getting the start today. Klena winds and fires the 1-1, misses up and outside. Back behind Klena. 2 balls and a strike now to Leibowitz. Duffy over at third, playing just behind that infield cut of the grass. Klena has his sign from Katrupi, kicks and fires, and a healthy fastball waved at and missed. Too much to handle for Leibowitz, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff man in Leibowitz. Here it comes. Off speed, off the plate. Count is full. Tried to get him to bite, looked like a bit of a slider. Klena into his windup in the 3-2 pitch. Off the hand, shot towards right center field. Cummings gives chase, and he's there to make the catch. 1 up and 1 down for Klena.
Good first at bat there, putting bat to the ball there, getting some contact. Nice drive into it. First batter of the afternoon.
Definitely got a good charge into that one. Just a bit off the hands, it seemed like, as well, and still able to get it about midway into the outfield towards the glove of Mike Cummings. That'll bring up Joey Andrees. He's behind the plate today for Ewing. Stares at a fastball on the inside corner for a called strike. Klena 0-1 on the way. Downstairs, missing with the breaking ball. Just above the laces, a ball and a strike. Glove lifted to his face. Klena has his sign in the pitch. Popped up, foul ground towards us here on the first base side, and that'll backtrack towards the softball field out of play. A ball and 2 strikes. Klena in the driver's seat, nobody aboard and 1 down here in the top of the first. A lot for him to work with. Nods the bill of his cap, he's got his sign. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses high and a bit off the plate. 2-2. Katrupi looked like he thought that was strike 3. Klena ready yet again, then a 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Changeup freezes him on the outer third. 2 up and 2 down for Klena here in the top of the first.
Klena looking good early through the first 2 batters. Knocking some rust off.
And he'll face a familiar foe here in Jake McNona. McNona, valued member for David Angebrandt's Blue Devils, starting in this lineup for the past couple of seasons. Takes one upstairs away, 1-0. Klena winds and fires, the 1-0 on the way. That fastball, a called strike on the outside corner at the knees. Evens things at 1 apiece. The breeze kicks up. Klena kicks his leg and fires. That one's sliced foul, and fans go ducking out of the way of that one. A laser sent towards the football field. 1-2, the count moves. Ryan Gregg waiting in the on-deck circle, today's pitcher for the Ewing Blue Devils. No DH for Ewing today. Klena has his sign into the windup in the 1-2 pitch. Shot on the ground towards second. Charging, gloving, flipping to first in plenty of time. For the final out is Josh Squire. A clean inning for Josh Klena here in the top of the first. Set down in order are the Blue Devils, and the Irish Bats get their first crack at it. You're listening to high school baseball on WBCB. The Irish Bats get their first crack at it on the other side.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community, Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Neighbors helping neighbors is what Haldeman Ford does and will continue to do. Haldeman Ford has it all. New and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks. Haldeman Ford has a great variety of electric vehicles. Haldeman Ford services all makes and models and is known for their fleet service and state-of-the-art collision. And coming soon, the area's largest new commercial vehicle center. Haldeman Ford, here yesterday, here today, and here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. Well, we get to see the Irish Bats for the first time this season as they face off against Ryan Gregg. The towering righty toes the rubber for the first time this afternoon. And we failed to mention it during the Trentonian pregame show, Nick, but a huge presence missed in this lineup defensively and offensively for Ewing is Sam Simpkins. He was over in the dugout, saw him with a sling on his arm, and doesn't look like he's going to be available anytime soon for Ewing. That's unfortunate for them, and we were talking about it just a couple of seasons ago. It was his freshman year. He was thrusted into the starting lineup at shortstop, and he was the first guy that David Angebrand shed some light on for us, saying that this kid is going to be great. By the time his 4 years are done here at Ewing, he'll have 100-plus hits. He'll lead us in stolen bases. He'll be our best fielder. Had nothing but great things to say about him, and obviously just really upsetting to see him sidelined. I'm sure he feels the same way, of course. But Sam Simpkins unable to go in this one today, and he was huge in that victory for them last year.
Yeah, he was. Sam's been a great contributor for this Ewing program over his time here at Ewing High School, and he's really a guy. He is a utility guy. He'll literally do anything. You can put him anywhere on the diamond. You can put him on the hill. He'll bat anywhere in the lineup, and he'll contribute in various ways.
So here's Ryan Gregg towing the rubber. He'll face Connor Dunn to begin his afternoon. Dunn over at shortstop to lead things off for the Irish. Gregg lifts the leg and fires home the first pitch. Taken just above the knees, a called strike, fastball that gets the inner third.
Ryan Gregg in his sophomore year, 24 1/3 innings pitched, a 3.45 ERA, notably becomes the new ace of this Ewing High School team.
Winds and fires, misses upstairs above the letters, a ball and a strike the count. Dunn, we mentioned a season ago, more of a role player and a utility guy off the bench for Joe Drulis. Played some outfield for him as well. That one crosses at the belt, change up, locates the zone. It's 1-2. A lot to work with here for Gregg. A ball and 2 strikes the count. And the pitch. Taken and laid off in the dirt by Dunn. Count goes even, it's 2-2. Couple of nice off-speed pitches to start here from Gregg. He's missed with them, but there's pitches that you definitely have to respect out of the hand. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff bat in Connor Dunn. And the pitch. Line towards the middle and into center field for a base hit. Dunn hits it exactly where it was thrown, right back up the middle, and a leadoff base knock to begin his senior campaign for Connor Dunn. That'll bring up Danny Katrupi. Dunn gets his lead off of first, being held on by Tirado, and the pitch. Fastball misses low and away. Katrupi works ahead, a ball and no strikes here against Gregg.
Well, Notre Dame, their first base runner of the year, 55 stolen bases last year,
Yep.
Team average of 312, 110 RBIs.
Pitch misses low and in the dirt. A good stop behind the plate by Joey Andres. Behind is Gregg, 2-0. Dunn gets his lead off first. Toronto tries to hold him close. Nothing too crazy of a lead for Dunn. Gets his secondary. That one misses upstairs. Andrees snaps to first. The tag not in time. Throw a bit high, but he did have Dunn leading in one direction as he was about a third of the way to second base.
He looks like he made up his mind, and he just got caught there. Able to get back safely, though.
3 balls, no strikes, nobody out. Katrupi patiently waiting from Greg, working from the stretch. And the pitch. Fastball taken for a called strike on the inner third. Good hitters count here for Katrupi with a man aboard and nobody out. We'll see if Dunn is in motion. He stays put, 3-1 downstairs just above the laces. First 2 are aboard for Notre Dame as Katrupi works the walk and has some words of encouragement for Jamie Duffy before he heads to first. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Dunn with good speed on second. Katrupi's going to come off. Courtesy runner for the catcher. Here's Tyler Stefanisco taking over for him on the base paths. Stefanisco started in center field predominantly all last season. Here he is in his senior campaign, taking over on the base paths for Katrupi, who works the 5-pitch walk. That'll bring up Jamie Duffy, his first crack at it, over at third base, switching corners this season. Stefanisco gets a healthy lead off first. Toronto plays in front of the bag. Greg takes a peek at second in the first pitch. Duffy swings, skies this one. Shallow left field. Coming in is Lane, going out Rodriguez. Lane's there to make the catch. Throw comes into second, back in time is Dunn. That one trickles away. Dunn's going to third, and he's going to get there. Runners at the corners with 1 down after the throw in from Connor Lane into second base to Mike Ordini, scoots away. Runners at the corners now for Notre Dame and just 1 away.
Good base running there, patient there as advanced the runners on the Ewing throwing error. That's what Notre Dame does best. They make you uncomfortable in the base path. Don't know what they're going to do.
Stefanisco, a healthy lead off first, gets his secondary. This one swung on, driven, carrying deep to left field. Lane's going back. It's gone! Mike Shapula puts a charge into one. Leaves the yard. It's a 2-run shot, a 3-run shot. And Notre Dame takes a big lead early on. We mentioned the wind blowing out that way. It definitely played a part in that one, but Shapula got all of that baseball.
A great swing. Yes, maybe had some help with the wind out there, but a beautiful swing. And just ran out of room, did Ewing left fielder there. And was able to get it over the wall, and Irish are off and running here in 2025.
A 3-0 advantage in the home half of the first, and a fastball waved at and missed by Jimmy Iacona, the left fielder for Notre Dame. 1 down, no balls and a strike. Base is empty now for Greg as he tries to reset. Has his sign, lifts the leg, the 0-1. Off the hands, driven towards right field. That's a fair ball down the right field line. Thinking about second and throwing on the brakes, that's Iacona. And a 1-out single gets another base runner for the Irish. And I think you're seeing Bill Romano kind of telling Iacona he could have had a double there.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go. You heard everyone yelling 2-2 at him. He rounded first, looked back. Maybe he made a good decision, a little hesitant there.
1 down. Iacona on first. Here's Josh Guire, the second baseman. Dorado holds the runner on at first, and the pitch. Breaking ball, back foot missing. Scooting out of the way is Guire. A ball and no strikes. Guire, one of the new faces, thrust it into the starting lineup for Notre Dame. Bobs that bat off his back shoulder. The pitch, fastball gets the outside corner. Andrees thought about a snap throw, but Iacona trots back into the bag. Count even at 1. Great turnout on hand. Fans still filing in here at Notre Dame High School. Cloud coverage making its presence felt after the sun bursted through for quite some time. A ball and a strike. Iacona off of first. Here it comes. Tapped foul left side. 1-2. Tommy Swiatek waiting in the on-deck circle, the dual sport athlete for Notre Dame. Saw him on the gridiron this fall. Good to see him here between the white lines on the baseball diamond. Here's Guire. Behind 1-2 to Gregg in the pitch. Curveball waited on. Hit the third. McNona to second base for one. Ordini's throw to first. Pulls him off the bag. They do get the second out and the lead runner at second base in Iacona. But legging out the fielder's choice is Josh Guire. 2 down and a man on first for the Irish.
Still a big second out to get the fielder's choice there.
So Guire's aboard. Here's Tommy Swiatek, who has great speed. McNona playing pretty far back on third. See if he tries to get one down here. First pitch to him, taken well upstairs, a ball and no strikes. Swiatek out in center field. Guire off of first. Pitch from Gregg, hit on the ground towards the middle. Charging Rodriguez, he'll flip to second base, go the easy route for the final out. Notre Dame does the damage in the home half of the first. A 3-run shot off the bat of first baseman Mike Shapula. It's 3-0 Notre Dame, 1 in the books. Here from Notre Dame High School, Irish out in front.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Family-owned business since 1920, offering Rainer Garage Doors and Openers, the finest garage doors and openers. Jammer also carries entry doors, patio doors, and windows, sales, service, and installation. Jammer Doors and Windows, located in PA and New Jersey. Visit them in New Jersey at 2850 Brunswick Avenue, Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville. The Yardley Showroom, open at 10 North Main Street at the Yardley Grist Mill. They are open by appointment. You can call them at 215-493-7709. 3-0 the score. Notre Dame out in front, and Josh Klenna with a little bit more of a cushion to work with here, Nick, as he gets 3 big runs on 1 swing from his first baseman, Mike Shapula.
Yeah, we talked about in the Trentonian pregame, just Klenna and just the calmness he shows, heads up. And now you're going to give him a 3-run lead early in this game, and he could just go to work and just be as relaxed as possible. Like I mentioned, too, in the pregame, just let your defense do the work behind you.
Well, here's Ryan Gregg digging in and looking to make some noise and help his own case. First pitch swinging, fouls that one away. No balls and a strike. Klenna fires a fastball. Misses inside just above the belt. 1-1. Klenna shakes off Katrupi, now has his sign. The 1-1. Beautiful pitch right at the knees. A called strike 2, a ball and 2 strikes. The wind continues to pick up. Blowing inward from the outfield a bit. 1-2 fastball, painted on the outer third, got him looking, 1 down. Second strikeout of the day, both of them looking, issued by Klenna. And this is Josh Tirado, the first baseman. Tirado steps in from the right side. Klenna fires the first pitch, misses a bit high above the hands, 1-0. 1-0 from Klenna on the way. At the knees. A called strike, a ball and a strike. One ball, 1 strike, 1 down in the pitch. Same pitch, same spot, and same result for Klenna. It's 1-2. Loving the fastball early in these counts is Josh Klenna. In the driver's seat, a ball and 2 strikes. Tirado requests time and is granted. Rodriguez awaiting in the on-deck circle. Klenna lifts the leg, the 1-2. Cut on and missed. Elevated off speed, had him out in front. 2 up, 2 down, and a couple of Ks in the inning for Josh Klenna.
And all of a sudden, the three-run lead. This cat is calm, cool, and collected as Klenna is dealing in this half.
Here's Wilfrey Rodriguez for the first time today. He stares at a fastball for a called strike at the belt. And that was the thing with him last year. We saw Klenna so many times in one-run games where as that one misses just a bit above the belt to even things at 1. Where it was a one-run game in Notre Dame's favor, and you would have thought he was pitching with an 11-run lead with how confident he was. Popped him up. Left side of the diamond, heading towards foul ground. Duffy giving chase. He's got room, and he makes the catch. Jamie Duffy in foul ground hauls it in. Another clean frame from Josh Klenna as he sets down the Blue Devils in order. 3-0 the score, and the Irish Bats back to work quickly as we move to the bottom of the second.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Eight, 9, and 1 for the Irish Bats this time around as we head to the bottom of the second inning. A 3-0 ball game in favor of the Irish thanks to Mike Shapula's 3-run home run in the home half of the first. Mike Cummings, Alex Villarelli, and Connor Dunn at the top of the lineup. The 3 due up this time around to face Ryan Gregg here in the bottom of the second.
Going back to Shapula's 3-run bomb in the bottom half of the first. This Irish team is not really known for home runs. They only had 4 in all of 2024, and they're off to 1 already here on opening day. But they usually are a contact-hitting team and just moving the guys along the base path.
There's something about opening day home runs for the Irish. As a couple of years ago, it was Jack Hughes on the home opener, sending a 3-run shot over the left field wall in very similar fashion to Mike Shapula. Jack, of course, now at Lackawanna. Cummings ahead here against Gregg, a ball and no strikes. Gregg into his windup, and the 1-0 to Cummings on the way. Checked foul back behind home and towards the softball field. A ball and a strike. Cummings out in right field. The 1-1 from Gregg. Taken downstairs, 2-1. Try to get him to bite on the off speed. The wind picks up just a bit. Feels like it's blowing in from right field now. That fastball, a called strike at the knees. Count evens again, this time at 2. Gregg has his sign, the 2-2 to Cummings. Taken well upstairs at the eyes. Counts full, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes to Cummings. Committed to Bridgeport, Connecticut. Swings and tips that one into the mitt as Greg picks up his first punch out of the day. It's Cummings to come up empty on the fastball on the 3-2 pitch. 1 up and 1 down for Greg. Here's Alex Villarelli. Villarelli, one of the starting linebackers for the Notre Dame football team. And some of the football players here to cheer on their former teammate. First pitch to him, swung on, tapped foul down the third base side. No balls and a strike. Villarelli, of course, in the 9 spot, DHing for Josh Klena on the mound. Greg with a new baseball has his sign, lifts the leg, the 0-1. Tapped left side. This one will bounce foul again. No balls and 2 strikes to Villarelli. We'll see if Greg wants to put him away with some off speed here. The 0-2 pitch. Low and away. A good take from Villarelli. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Upstairs, ducking down and pulling the bat down with him was Villarelli on that one. From 0-2 now to 2-2. Villarelli trying to battle all the way back. 1 down, nobody aboard. The 2-2 pitch. Downstairs. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Back-to-back full counts worked by the Irish. Greg looking to win the battle. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch. Upstairs, ball 4. Villarelli flips the lineup over and earns the walk. And Connor Dunn will head to the plate for the second time today. Villarelli leads off first. First pitch swinging is Connor Dunn. He fouls that one off back into the parking lot. Oof. You always hold your breath when you see it headed back towards the cars.
Always in this complex.
Greg gets ahead, no balls and a strike. Villarelli continues to inch off first with Torado holding him close. 0-1. Villarelli starts, then stops, and a beautiful breaking ball locates the inner third. Dunn behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Greg from the stretch peers over to Torado. 0-2, snap throw to first is high, and back on the bag is Villarelli. One and 2. Greg takes a peek. Comes set just above the belt. 1-2 in the dirt, left alone. Good stop by Andres. Keeps Villarelli put at first. 2-2. Two-two pitch. Downstairs and another full count worked. Third of the inning by the Irish. 3 at-bats, 3 full counts worked. Greg's been able to win one of them. Villarelli off of first. 3-2. Swung on and popped in and out of the mitt. Didn't get a piece of that one.
Didn't look like a full swing there, more of a check swing, but he just ended up swinging, the body doing one thing the mind wanted to hold off probably on that.
Second punch out of the inning issued by Greg. 2 down, a man on first in Villarelli. Katrupi takes one in the dirt, and another good stop by Joey Andres. 1-0. Dorado holding the runner on, 2 down. 1-0. Line towards the middle and into center field for a base hit. Villarelli thinking about 3. He'll throw on the brakes. As he moves station to station, Katrupi with a liner into center field for a base knock. Runners at first and second and 2 away. Here's Jamie Duffy. Duffy 0 for 1. He flew out to left. Really popped out to left. Two aboard and 2 down. Stefanisco takes over on first for Katrupi. Gregg lifts the leg. First pitch to Duffy. Breaking ball. And a called strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Gregg peeks at second. He's ready. And the 0-1. Downstairs, just a bit low with the off speed. Tried to go back foot again, did Gregg. 1-1. Duffy played a lot of first base a season ago for Joe Drulis. Over at the hot corner to start the 2025 campaign. Gregg will step off. Runners will retreat back to the bags. A ball and a strike. 2 down. 3-0 the advantage in favor of Notre Dame. A 3-run shot back in the home half of the first. Trying to score in consecutive innings. That one taken in the dirt again by Duffy. 2 balls and a strike. Duffy patiently waiting. Gregg peering in, has his sign from Andres. Takes a look at second and comes home. Fastball painted on the inside third, belt high, 2-2. Forced at any base for the Blue Devils. Runners at first and second. 2-2 to Duffy. Here it comes. That one gets away. Runners will advance 90 feet. As it scoots all the way around the backstop and up the first base line. The count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And 2 in scoring position here for Jamie Duffy with first base open.
Andres has been busy back there. The first inning plus today. Gregg's made some good pitches. The Irish are just being patient and really not really swinging at anything in the dirt.
3-2 pitch. Upstairs, ball 4. Bases are loaded for Mike Shapula. Shapula 1 for 1 with a 3-run homer. A chance to do some more damage here in the bottom of the second inning. Andres heads out to the top of the mound to talk some things over with Gregg, and we remind you about Trenton Thunder Baseball returning for the 2025 season on Wednesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com, or call the box office 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game firework nights Tuesdays, kids eat free. Wednesday, dollar dog nights. Thursday, and pork roll Fridays throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun. First pitch, swing and a foul ball back to the backstop. Shapula goes behind 0-1 this time to Gregg. A 3-run homer, his first trip to the dish, well over the left field wall. Outfielders paying him a little bit more respect this time around, a bit deeper out there. Gregg winds up and fires. Off the hands, fouled back. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Off the hands, popped up, right side, trending towards foul ground. Long run, coming in is Bourne. He's not going to get to it. That's a fair ball. 1 run will score. 2 runs come across. Runners at second and third. A 2 RBI double for Mike Shapula as that baseball had eyes.
Well, we talked about the wind blowing a different direction now here in the second inning, and that just died right on the line down the first base side and was able to get into fair territory. And Irish able to attack on two more, courtesy of Mike Shapula.
Duffy's on third. Stefanisco came around to score with Villarelli. And David Angebrandt will come on out to talk some things over with Ryan Gregg. 5-0 the advantage for Notre Dame. All 5 runs coming off the bat of Mike Shapula. A hot start to his season. He's 2 for 2 with a home run, a double, and 5 RBIs.
What a stat line through 2 at bats to start the year.
As Larry David would say, that's pretty good. Pretty good stuff indeed. As Angebrandt and Gregg, they're meeting, expanding a bit longer than the umpires would like as they come out to break things up.
Yeah, if you're Gregg, there's nothing you could do about that. I mean, that just happened to default at one of the worst spots on the field that you could. As your right fielder was coming in to play it, was tracking it very well, was there at the right spot when it dropped, was just out of his reach, though, by inches. And this is a game of inches, of course. But Gregg's got to refocus here and just got to get this third out and get out of this second inning jam.
Here's Jimmy Iacona waiting and taking that one in the dirt. A ball and no strikes. Iacona, he's 1 for 1, but was thrown out on the base paths on a fielder's choice. Two in scoring position for Iacona. 2 down, 2 across in the inning, and the pitch well upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Mason Bourne in right field coming in just a couple of steps. Gregg set, kicks and deals the 2-0. Iacona takes one at the knees, a called strike from Gregg as he responds with the fastball. Sun covered up in right field. Runners lead off second and third. Gregg's 2-1. Well out in front that time was Iacona. Great off-speed pitch executed by Gregg that time around, and it's 2-2. Shapula off second, Duffy off third. The pitch tapped foul back behind home. We'll do it again at 2-2. Deuce is wild here in the bottom of the second inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down and 2 aboard. 2 across as well in the inning. Iacona with a chance to bring home 2 more with a good swing. As the runners get their lead off second and third. Gregg has his sign from Andrees in the 2-2. Up and outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Five full counts worked in the inning by Notre Dame as they've made Gregg really work here in the home half of the second. Comes set just at the letters in the pitch. Driven towards center field, not deep. Coming in is Leibowitz. Making the call and the catch is Mason Bourne for the final out. Well, the Irish strand a pair, but they push 2 more across in the home half of the second. Thanks to Mike Shapula yet again, a 2 RBI double makes it a 5-0 ball game. 2 down here from Father John Donofrio Field at Notre Dame High School. We'll head to the third. You're watching high school baseball on WBCB.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota is the choice for your next vehicle purchase or service this season. With new Toyota models available for immediate delivery and over 100 certified used and pre-owned vehicles for any budget. Plus service specials to keep you on the road to victory. Shop or schedule online at teamtoyota.net or choose one of our 3 locations in Langhorne, Glen Mills, or Princeton. Are Are you part of the team?
Josh Klenna back out for his third inning of work and a bit more run support for him, Nick Gallagher. 5-0 the score as the Irish Bats have scored in consecutive innings, and it's been their first baseman, Mike Shapula, coming through with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, Klenna's doing a great job through his first 2 innings of work, but his offense has really picked it up here, really at the courtesy of Mike Shapula this afternoon so far. And now you got a 5-run lead, does Klenna, so he's going to see how he really changes or anything. He's got a nice lead to work with, and he can just work quickly through these hitters. But the Blue Devils got to bounce back, got to get some runners on, start making Klenna a little nervous here. They try to threaten, but he's been untouchable so far through 2 innings.
The Italian People's Bakery, proud to support today's game on WBCB. Visit them at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. The Italian People's Bakery since 1936. 7, 8, and 9 for Ewing. It's Mason Bourne to lead things off out in right field this afternoon and takes that one low. A ball and no strikes. Bourne, Ordini, and Lane. 7, 8, and 9. As that fastball misses off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0. Checked foul into the mitt of Katrupi as he just got a piece of that one. Did Bourne. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch. Taken low. 3-1. Klenna has his sign from Katrupi. The 3-1 tap towards the mound. Klenna takes it on a hop, shuffles, flips over to first. To Shapula in plenty of time. 1 down. One 3 put out, 1 down here in the top of the third. Here's Michael Ordini. Ordini over at second base. His first crack at it against Klenna. The windup in the first pitch to him. Fastball well late on that one. It's 0-1. Has his sign working quick as Klenna, the 0-1. Paints the inner third at the belt. 0-2. Quickly 0-2 to Ordini. Shakes off Katrupi 1 time, now has his sign in the 0-2 pitch. And a called strike 3 on the inside corner. Klenna freezes him. 2 down. Four Ks for Klenna. 2 down here in the top of the third. That'll bring up the 9-hole hitter in Connor Lane. Klenna's first pitch, that fastball misses away, 1-0. On the way. Upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. A long walk off the back of a hill as Klenna adjusts his cap. Climbs up the back of the mound and toes the rubber. A deep breath from the junior righty as he peers into Katrupi. The 2-0. Down and outside. 3 balls and no strikes. The 3-0. A called strike at the knees. Took some off that one, did Klenna. 3-1. Looked a bit more like his changeup. The 3-1 on the way. Cut on and missed. Fastball a bit late on that one. Was Lane. Just like that, it's 3-2. Count full, 2 down. Nobody aboard in the top of the third. Klenna has his sign. The 3-2 pitch. Downstairs in the dirt for ball 4. First base runner of the afternoon for Ewing. Comes on the 2-out walk, worked by Connor Lane, and flips the lineup over for Sam Leibowitz. Leibowitz digs in from the right side, second time today. He's 0 for 1, flew out to right field, and Mike Cummings his first time up. Move over from Klenna. Checking on the runner in lane. He's back in with a head first dive. Klenna lifts the leg and comes home. Swung on and missed. Got him to chase downstairs, did Klenna. The off-speed had him well out in front. No balls and a strike. Klenna peers over to first. He'll throw over and just back in time. A good move from Klenna. Maybe a quicker tag from Shapula might have had him, but still would have been really close. 0-1 and the pitch. If he's able to locate that off-speed pitch like he has so far. It's 0-2. 2 down, a man on first. The pitch. Klenna picks up another strikeout in the inning and strands a runner. No runs, no hits, and a man left on base. 5-0 the score, on to the home half of the third. You're watching high school baseball on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs for acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Car buying made simple at Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. Over 100 new Hyundai models from Elantras and Sonatas to SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, and Palisade. Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. 5-0 the score. Notre Dame in front as we move to the home half of inning number 3. And for those of you just joining us, alongside Nick Gallagher, my name is Mike Warren. Great to be with you here on opening day from Notre Dame High School as the spring sports season has begun. Opening day is here on WBCB, and some might say the best time of the year is here. It'll be Josh Guire, Tommy Switek, and Mike Cummings, 6, 7, and 8 for Notre Dame in their half of the third. Ryan Gregg back out for his third inning of work. And the first pitch to Guire, taken. And a called strike on the inner third with a breaking ball.
Well, Gregg's got to relax here in this half inning and just avoid any jams if possible. Remain his composure. Don't look at the scoreboard. Just you and your catcher out there.
The 0-1 skipped in the dirt. A nice stop by Andres behind the dish, 1-1.
If you can keep the game where it is, maybe eat another 2 innings and then go to the bullpen, see where the game's at by then. But Gregg's just got to keep his composure here.
1-1. That one gets the inside corner as well as Guire backs out of the way. A called strike. 1-2. Gregg's 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball left it well short. 2-2. Gregg, a long look into Andres. Has his sign. The 2-2 on the way to Guire. Skipped in again. Another stop by Andres. And another full count. Worked by the Notre Dame Bats. The 3-2 pitch. Inside, ball 4. Fourth walk worked today by the Irish Bats. This time Guire, the leadoff walk to start the home half of the third. Here's Tommy Switek. Switek puts a charge into this one, out towards center field, going back, Leibowitz reaching up and making the catch in the alleyway. Switek put a good charge into that baseball. Leibowitz with an even better jump off the bat as he cruises in towards left center field to make that catch. Heading back to first is Guire. There's one down.
And that's a big out for Ryan Gregg to get from his teammate Leibowitz, Sam Leibowitz in center field. I mean, that would have been trouble if that went over his head. You're talking extra bases.
Yeah, Switek can surely fly. That would have been an easy triple for him. Here's Mike Cummings out in front of that one, and that one catches Bo Burrows over there at third on the leg, it looks like. He seems to be okay.
That's going to sting.
That definitely will on a day like today.
Oof.
The high only about 57, and you see right away Jake McNona and Bo Burrows both having some fun already about it over there. Guire off of first, Tirado holding him on the first base bag. No balls and a strike to Mike Cummings. 0 for 1 with a strikeout, the pitch. Fastball up and away. One ball, one strike. One down and a man aboard. Irish have pushed runs across in their first 2 innings. 1-1 to Cummings. In the dirt, blocked by Andriese. Guire stays put at first. 2-1. Gregg peering into Andriese. Has his sign and comes set above the belt. The pitch, well upstairs. Leaping to make that catch is Andriese back behind home. Three balls and a strike. The 3-1 in the dirt, ball 4. Runners at first and second, 1 down. Alex Villarelli comes to the plate.
Gregg's trying to keep the ball down as best he can, trying to get something on the ground by this Notre Dame offense here. Ends up walking the last 2 batters. And he's back in some trouble with only 1 out.
Man in scoring position now in Josh Guire. Cummings over on first. Here's Alex Villarelli. He walked his first time up and came around to score. First pitch from Gregg. That one located at the belt for a called strike. Gregg gets ahead 0-1. Rodriguez at short, trying to keep Guire close to the second base bag. Tirado playing in front of Cummings over at first. Gregg comes set, lifts the leg and fires home. Missing upstairs, a ball and a strike. $5-0 Notre Dame in front. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 aboard and 1 down. The pitch. Skipping out of the way, Villarelli. Runners will move station to station. Took Andriese a little bit to locate that one. 2 in scoring position. 1 down and a 2-1 count now to Villarelli. So now if you're Villarelli, a lot of opportunities for you there at the dish. First base is open for you. You got a number of bats capable in this lineup, including the top of the order right behind you. And they're going to intentionally walk Villarelli, it looks like, to get to the top of the order and to get a force out at any bag with just 1 down. They want a chance at a double play ball here with Connor Dunn coming to the dish.
Yeah, it's a smart strategy to just take the intentional walk and make it a little bit easier on your defense here.
Villarelli bounces off of first. First pitch to Dunn, taken above the laces for a ball. It's 1-0. Gregg into the windup and the pitch. Upstairs, 2-0. Dunn 1 for 2 today, an RBI, or excuse me, a single and a run scored his first time up in the first. Struck out swinging back in inning number 2. His third trip to the plate here in the third. 2 balls and no strikes to Dunn with a man on every base in the pitch. Missing high, 3-0. Tough to tell from our vantage point, but it doesn't look like anyone's getting loose for Ewing. Gregg behind 3-0. The pitch to Dunn on the way. In the dirt, ball 4. That one gets behind him too, and runners will advance 90 feet. Another run comes across. 6-0 Notre Dame.
And Gregg frustrated with himself, slapping his mitt as head coach Dave Angebrand coming to meet with him. And no pitching change yet.
No sign yet indeed. A man on every base. Dunn now on first. Villarelli on second. Cummings on third, as it was Guire who came around to score. And the change now being made. It looks like Ryan Gregg will head on over to first base. Tirado going to need a new glove. We'll see who comes out onto the mound here for Ewing. Pitching change on the mound. We'll step aside here on WBCB. Bases are loaded, 1 out. And the man at the dish, Danny Katrupi for Notre Dame. A 6-0 lead for the Irish. We'll be right back here on WBCB.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Pitching change for the Blue Devils of Ewing High School. It'll be Mike Ordini taking over on the mound as they move Mignona from third to second and Tirado from first over to third. So the bases are loaded. 1 down. And it's Danny Katrupi at the plate. Katrupi, he's 1 for 1 in this one with a single his last time up. He walked and scored a run. That was back in the second.
There's no scouting report on our new pitcher for the Blue Devils as he didn't pitch in 2024. Comes into a tough situation with the bases loaded.
First pitch to Katrupi, a called strike. It's 0-1. Ordini takes over after 2 1/3 from Gregg. He's still responsible for everybody on base. 0-1 line towards right field. That'll get down and rolled just a bit. This might clear the bases. Katrupi's on his way to second, being waved around all the way from first. Now the brakes thrown on for Dunn as he heads back to third. A 2 RBI double from Danny Katrupi. It's an 8-0 Irish lead.
And the Irish once again capitalizing with the bases loaded, driving in 2 more runs, and are well out in front of the Blue Devils here on opening day.
Two more come across. Cummings and Villarelli come around to score. Dunn was about halfway down the line at third before the brakes got thrown on him. But two more aboard, and this is Mike Shapula, or excuse me, this is Jamie Duffy at the dish. Ordini steps off. Two in scoring position. Still one down, and Rodriguez at short comes in. Duffy patiently waiting for Ordini. Lifts the leg and fires. Cut on and missed. Elevated fastball that Duffy liked, just couldn't get any wood on it, or any metal on it rather. No balls and a strike. Breaking ball out in front and hit that one almost off the very top of the bat. Sends it down towards the Ewing bullpen, third base side. No balls, 2 strikes. Ordini ahead of Duffy. Stefanisco over on second base. He took over for Katrupi after his 2 RBI double. The pitch in the dirt, blocked and kept by the feet of Andres. But a tough inning for Andres behind the dish. He's gotten his workout in, blocking a number of pitches and having to leap a couple of times to keep them in front. A ball and 2 strikes, 1 down, 2 aboard, both in scoring position. 8-0 Notre Dame in the pitch. Duffy sends this one deep in the air towards left field, carrying a bit, hooking, foul, as that one hit off the scoreboard. Duffy able to straighten that one out. It would have been the second 3-run shot of the afternoon for Notre Dame. But that one continued to bend foul and nailing off of that scoreboard, the Father John Donofrio Field scoreboard. A ball and 2 strikes to Jamie Duffy, the Widener University commit. And the pitch. Breaking ball, low and away. A good take from Duffy. It's 2-2. Duffy going to play in the MAC conference for his next 4 years. I believe the 2-2 on the way. Duffy out in front does get a piece of that one, the breaking ball. I believe Widener's in the MAC Freedom along with Arcadia. Arcadia and Alvernia. A very highly touted conference. And can't forget the reigning Division III national champions, Misericordia, in that highly touted MAC Freedom Conference. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Outside, 3-2. Duffy making Ordini work here just a bit. (3-2) taken downstairs, and that'll load the bases again. Runners on every base. Mike Shapula steps to the plate. A 5 RBI day for Mike already, as he's had multi-RBI base hits, or multi-RBI hits in his first 2 trips. Liner into left field. This will score at least 1 more. Stefanisco being waved around. He's coming across. The throw cut off at third. 2 more RBIs from Mike Shapula. A 7 RBI day. It's a 10-0 Notre Dame lead.
Well, it's almost like, well, how's Shapula going to top each at bat now?
Well, he's
done it each at bat.
He's just a triple away now from the cycle. Shapula drives in 2 more. Stefanisco comes around to score, as does Connor Dunn. Duffy over at third, runners at the corners.
Well, there's been so much going on in this inning. One time Notre Dame had first and second with 1 out, and then there was a pass ball, or excuse me, a wild pitch there, made it to second and third. They intentionally walked the batter, leave him loaded to try to get a double play, and they haven't been able to get out of it since.
First pitch, fastball, a called strike to Jimmy Iacona.
You're blinking, and Notre Dame's put 5 runs across the board.
Yeah. Runs in every inning for Notre Dame. Breaking ball low and away. A ball and a strike to Iacona. 1 down, runners at the corners. Middle infield at double play depth for the Blue Devils. It's Rodriguez and Mignona up the middle. Torado at third. The pitch well upstairs. 2-1. Well, Josh Guire, he's in the on-deck circle. He led off this inning with a walk. Later scored, of course. Iacona 1 for 2 so far today. And the 2-0. Outside. A 3-ball count here to Jimmy Iacona. Ordini peers over to first at Greg. He comes set in the pitch. Called strike about belt high on the outer third. 3 balls and a strike. I thought it was 3-1 before that. I thought there was a strike earlier in that bat, but I guess I was a bit wrong on that one. 3-1. Outside, ball 4, and the bases will load up again for Notre Dame. Walks haven't been hard to come by for the Irish. Nine walks now worked from Notre Dame in this one. Here's Josh Guire patiently waiting and stares at a fastball in the outside corner. Called strike.
I mean, you got to credit Notre Dame. Like opening day, you want to swing the bat. You know, you've been waiting all winter for this kind of game. Get back out there on the field, and you just want to swing away. But credit Notre Dame. They've been very patient today. As you mentioned, 9 walks, and it's led to a lot of them turning into runs, and that's really what Notre Dame baseball has been all about over the years, and that's how they've been successful as long as they have.
1-1. Ripped out towards center field. A bit of carry coming in. And making the call and the catch is Sam Leibowitz. This will bring another run across as Duffy comes home to score the sac fly. Successful from Josh Guire, and he makes this an 11-0 Notre Dame lead. Six runs put across in the inning for Notre Dame, and still looking for more damage. Runners at first and second. Here's Tommy Swiatek. He flew out to deep center field his last time up. Facing Ordini for the first time in the first pitch to him. Fastball painted on the outer third. It's 0-1. 0-2 is Swiatek. We mentioned the fly out to center field, hit into a fielder's choice his first time up in the first. 0-1 off speed, a called strike 2 on the outer third. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 aboard and 2 down. Bottom of the third inning, 11-0 Notre Dame in front. And the pitch in the dirt. Runners stay put as the sun blasts through the clouds. 1-2. The 1-2. Lifted, shallow, right center field, moving over. That's Mason Bourne. Reaches up and makes the catch for the final out. 2 more stranded on base for the Irish, but 6 come across in the bottom of the third. 11-0 the score. Notre Dame in front. 3 frames down in the books. We're on to the 4th here from Notre Dame High School.
Hi, I'm Errol Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Proud to sponsor today's game, Ewing Mayor Bert Steinman. Ewing Mayor Bert Steinman wishes all the Ewing athletic teams the best of luck this season and is proud to support the youth of Ewing, tomorrow's future leaders. Mayor Steinman hopes you enjoy today's game. The Italian People's Bakery at 63 Butler Street, proud to sponsor today's game on WBCB and proud to sponsor our player of the game interview coming up post-game. Klenner remains in the game. First pitch firing, a fastball at the knees, gets him ahead. No balls and a strike. It's Joey Andrees up at the dish. That one misses a bit, 1-1. Working with tremendous pace is Josh Klenner here this afternoon. Next pitch misses a bit high above the letters. 2-1.
Long layoff for him between the third and fourth inning now.
That's a great point. 2-1, swing and a tip into the mitt. A fastball, a little too much to handle for Andrees. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To the Ewing backstop. Klenner has his sign in the pitch. Off the end of the bat, shot towards second base. Charging is Guire, fires over to first, not in time. There's the first hit of the day for the Ewing Blue Devils, and it comes here in the top of the fourth inning. Andrees legs out the infield single, and a head-first slide has them their first base hit.
And a little emotion to add on to it. He let out a lot of probably frustration getting on board as he tries to rally the troops here in the fourth inning.
Good wheels on display from Andrees, a weakly hit ground ball, and able to take advantage of it. A man aboard, the leadoff man aboard for Ewing for the first time today. This one shot towards the whole left side of the diamond and into left field. First 2 aboard for Ewing as they got something cooking here in the top of the fourth. Mignona comes through with a base knock. Back-to-back singles for Ewing. Here's Ryan Gregg. Katrupi comes out.
Both these guys for Ewing are just great hitters. They always have been in this program, and it's only a matter of time before they broke through and see if their teammates here can help them move along.
Some activity down in the Ewing bullpen. Klenner, first time today, he's been in a bit of danger. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Runners get their leads. Dunn toying with the runner at second and Andrees. Klenner's first pitch to Gregg misses low and outside, a ball and no strikes. A long look at second and Andrees from Klenner and the pitch. Swing and a foul back. Somehow, some way, those foul balls find those spaces in between cars. And it looks like a parking lot that doesn't have many spaces, but it has way more cars than said spaces. But those baseballs, they do a great job not hitting cars here, I'll say that. The 1-1, cut on and missed. Tardy on the fastball was Gregg as that one pumped in from Klenner. It's 1-2. Wonder if he just goes right back to it here. Runners lead off first and second. Klenner peeks at second, lifts the leg and comes home. Back to the fastball. That one just missed off the plate. 2-2. The 1-2. Cut on and missed. An overpowering fastball from Josh Klenner. 1 down, 2 aboard. That'll bring up Josh Tirado. 6th punch out of the afternoon for Klenner. Tirado 0 for 1 with a swinging strikeout. That was back in the second. Andrees gets his lead off second, as does Mignona off first. Klenner steps off. Waiting for the sign from Katrupi. Now he's back on. First pitch tapped on the ground towards the mound. Klenna to second for one. Dunn to first in time. 1-6-3 double play. One of the harder double plays to turn in the sport. Klenna makes it look easy. Strands a man and keeps a 0 on the scoreboard. 2 hits, 1 left on base. Notre Dame still leading this one 11-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, President of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators in all of our public schools, we wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 five-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
New pitcher into the ballgame for Ewing as Connor Lane comes in from left field to take over on the bump. Mignona goes back to third and Ordini back to second. Tirado out in left field now for Ewing to take over for the previous left fielder and Connor Lane as he fires away his warm-up pitches. 11-0 the score on to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Irish bats back to work quickly after the 1-6-3 double play. Turned beautifully from Josh Klenna, and that is as hard of a double play as you can turn because pitchers very used to throwing downhill, not used to throwing uphill, and that's exactly what that play presents. And Klenna handled it as well as you possibly could with a very shortened spring training and a long winter tryout here at Notre Dame.
Yeah, a lot of pitchers want to rush that throw to try to get it in the first place, but Klenna knew his position players were going to be in the spot. They got it there, took his time, threw it down, and then he got his double play to get out of that 4th inning.
So it looks like we're going to see some substitutions here from Joe Drulis in his lineup. Tyler Stefanisco will get his first at-bat of the afternoon after being used as a courtesy runner for Danny Katrupi on the base paths. Stefanisco hitting in place of Mike Cummings out in right field. And a very capable outfielder. We might see Stefanisco continue in the outfield.
Connor Lane, the new right-handed senior for the Blue Devils. In 2024, 10 2/3, a 2.62 ERA, 14 hits, only 4 earned runs, and only 1 strikeout.
He gets ahead early against Stefanisco. It's 0-1. Lane has his sign, kicks the leg and fires home, misses well upstairs, a ball and a strike. Stefanisco, one of the many multi-sport athletes here on Joe Drulis' squad, a highly coveted wide receiver for Sean Clancy's Irish on the gridiron. Had a great junior season and a really good senior season as well for the Irish. Takes that one downstairs, 2-1. Really, it's going to be a much different looking Notre Dame football team this next year, offensively specifically. No more Wyatt Moore after this season and this past season, and no more Stefanisco as he swings and fouls this one back towards the softball field and out of play. 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lane retoes the rubber and peers into Andres. Has his sign and the 2-2 to Stefanisco. Fouled back towards the backstop. We'll do it again at 2-2. We're back here again tomorrow at Notre Dame as they host Hamilton West. Just about same time and definitely the same place. The 2-2 again from Lane. Fouled towards the dugout of the Irish and off the fence there. Still 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Taken above the letters. A called ball, 3-2. Bottom of the fourth inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Lined and down towards short. Good scoop by Rodriguez. Throw across the diamond, not in time, as Stefanisco stays put at first. I'll give him an infield single on that one, as he was well up the line, and even a strong throw, that was a strong throw, but even a really good throw might not have been enough to get Stefanisco there. Low liner, thought originally it might have been enough to scoot through the infield, but that one kind of died off quickly and found the dirt at shortstop for Rodriguez. Leadoff man aboard for Notre Dame. Here's Max Pelzer at the dish. Another highly coveted wide receiver for Notre Dame on the gridiron, and a good rotational piece here for Joe Drulis. He's behind 0-1. Lane peers over the shoulder and comes home. The pitch. Cut on and missed. A bit out in front that time was Pelzer. Lane peeking over at Stefanisco and comes home. The 0-2. Swung on, driven out towards left field. Tirado going back. He's not going to get to it. This will roll to the wall. Stefanisco's got good wheels, but he's going to be held up at third on a nice swing from Max Pelzer. A double over the left fielder's head and Josh Tirado. Runners at second and third. Nobody out for Notre Dame. Lineup flips over here, and a pinch hitter coming in for Connor Dunn. This is Adam Canale. Canale expected to play some college ball, shoots this one on the ground towards the middle. Rodriguez shuffles, fires across the diamond, scoots away from Gregg. Pelzer was halfway home, but he's going to come back to third. A run does score in Stefanisco. It's 12-0 Notre Dame. And that throw from Rodriguez a bit low in the dirt and unable to be picked out by Gregg. Still nobody out. Runners at the corners for Notre Dame. Stefanisco comes around to score. He scored yet another run today. His third run scored of the day. A couple of courtesy runs scored for Katrupi. Now you have Canale on first and Pelzer over on third. Nobody out. First pitch taken downstairs. Try to locate who exactly this is at the dish. I believe this is A.J. Liberto at the plate. Looks like 26 up there. The pitch, driven towards left center field. On the run, Leibowitz, not going to get there. It'll drop in the alley. One run will score. An RBI double off the bat of A.J. Liberto. It's 13-0 Notre Dame.
Well, with Notre Dame going to their bench players, getting a lot of other guys contribute today in this offensive slugfest it's been here on opening day.
An RBI double from A.J. Liberto. Brings home Pelzer. This one shot in the air towards left field. Tirado there, tagging from third, Canale. He's going to come home to score. Tirado with a strong throw on a hop to Andres. 14-0 Notre Dame, and there's the first out of the inning.
Well, regardless of the out, the Irish offense is just putting charge after charge, and each ball they see at the dish, getting really comfortable here.
That was Joey Banco with the sac fly coming in. And this is Rocco Valentino coming in to hit from the left side. Stares at one on the outside corner, a called strike. It's 0-1. Next pitch taken, just a bit off. Valentino comes in to hit for Mike Shapula, a 7 RBI day for Mike Shapula. So we'll likely speak with him post-game. Shot on the ground, right side of the diamond. Fielded by Ordini, flipped over to Gregg, 2 down. Man on third with 2 down. Roberto over on third, he's 90 feet away. Here's Jimmy Iacona. Lane, the pitch. Swung on, driven towards center field. Leibowitz on the run in the alley, makes the catch to end the inning. Well, 3 more runs come across for the Irish. It's a 14-0 ball game. We'll head to the 5th. 14-0, Notre Dame in front.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
6, 7, and 8 due up for the Ewing Blue Devils as we move to the top of the 5th inning. 14-0 the score in favor of the Irish as they have scored in every inning. Their most runs coming in the 3rd with a 6 spot, 3 in the 1st, 2 in the 2nd, 6 in the 3rd, and 3 in the 4th. Josh Klenna remains in the game. And Notre Dame, Nick, you alluded to it a little bit ago, but they've been waiting for a day like today all winter long, and they did not fail to seize the opportunity as Wilfrey Rodriguez checks swings through that one, and 0-1 the count to Rodriguez. He's 0 for 1 with a pop out the 3rd. That pitch taken up and inside. Some defensive adjustments here for the Irish. Looks like Valentino stayed in the game. He's over at 3rd. A big swing comes up empty from Rodriguez, and it's 1-2. The changeup had him well out in front. A deceptive pitch from Klenna. Ahead 1-2 on Rodriguez. Lifts the leg and comes home. Cut on and missed. Josh Klenna, another punch out on the afternoon. As he gets Rodriguez down swinging this time, he's got 7 Ks here on opening day. Klenna spelled with a K. He's got 7 more to add to his name here in this one. As he works ahead of Mason Bourne, no balls and a strike. Had him out in front. The 0-1. Down and away.
It's just doing some digging, and last year opening day in 2024, Irish scored 20 runs over Passyunk Tech and won 20-2. Something about opening day in this Irish team they just enjoy offensively.
Swing and a tip into the mitt. Held on to by Katrupi. A ball and 2 strikes. Klenna working quickly in the pitch. Downstairs in the dirt. Good stop by Katrupi. 2-2. And a called strike 3 on the inside corner. 8 Ks now for Klenna, 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning. Here's Mike Ordini. 0 for 1 with a backwards K. First pitch cut on and fouled off the netting back behind home.
We talked about Klenna, Mike, in the Trentonian pregame this afternoon, but I mean, his performance today is really getting overshadowed by the offense. He's having a solid opening day start with 8 strikeouts, no runs, only 2 hits.
Yep, didn't give up a hit until the 4th inning. They came consecutively, and then he locked back in after that point. A strikeout and a 1-6-3 double play to follow. A ball and a strike to Ordini, the pitch. Check swing, unable to hold up that time is Ordini, and it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Klenna looking to strike out the side. And the pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. 9 Ks for Josh Klenna as he shuts the door and secures an opening day victory for Notre Dame. 14-0 the final.
And what a performance, Mike. It was quick, it was often, and the Irish scoring in every inning, and it started by Mike Shapula 3-run home run to get the Irish on the board, and they haven't looked back since.
Josh Klenna goes 5 strong innings, 9 Ks, no runs, 2 hits, and what a start to his junior campaign for the Monmouth commit. The Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game interview is next on WBCB. Don't go anywhere.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota is the choice for your next vehicle purchase or service this season. With new Toyota models available for immediate delivery and over 100 certified used and pre-owned vehicles for any budget. Plus service specials to keep you on the road to victory. Shop or schedule online at teamtoyota.net or choose one of our 3 locations in Langhorne, Glen Mills, or Princeton. Are you part of the team?
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Hi.
Back here at Notre Dame High School, and joining us now is our Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game, Mike Shapula. A tremendous effort with the stick at the dish today from the first baseman for the Irish. Shapula with 7 RBIs in this one, and it started in grand fashion in his first at-bat of the year, a 3-run home run over the left field wall. Mike, let's start there. First things first, man. What did you see during that at-bat, and what did you feel on that swing?
First of all, I was just going up, first pitch fastball. He gave me it, probably a ball, to be honest. It was a little high, but I just swung at it. I thought it was going to only be a sac fly. I was just trying to hit a fly ball, get the run in, but luckily it carried out, so that was good.
Good indeed, and you followed that up with a couple more at-bats, multi-RBIs with every swing that you had today, a 2 RBI double down the right field line, and then a 2 RBI single to follow that one up in the third. 7 RBIs for you on this one today, man. How's it feel for you just hearing that?
It feels great, man. If you woke me up at 5 a.m. today telling me I was going to do that, I wouldn't believe you. So it's great that it happened. God bless. But I got to keep working. Got a tough opponent tomorrow, Hamilton West, and then Princeton, I believe, on Saturday. So got to keep going, keep looking forward to the games, and we just got to keep grinding,
And, Mike, in a game like this, it's all about offense. You guys 14 runs on opening day. It feels good to start the year pretty well. But Can you talk about your starting pitcher, Josh Klena, today, who kind of almost gets overlooked in a game like this? Pitched a complete game, 8 strikeouts in the afternoon. What did you see out of him today?
Absolutely, and he's done a great job. Last year he did a great job. Comes in today, first game of the year, does a tremendous job. I don't know how many strikeouts he had, but he had a good amount. And, he's a great pitcher, fills up the zone, off-speed fastball, keep you guessing any count. It's great to have him on the squad, to be honest.
A big win for you guys today. You mentioned Hamilton West tomorrow. We'll have that action here on WBCB as well. A great win for you guys. Way to swing it up there at the box and continue the success. Hopefully we'll talk to you again this year, Mike. Thanks so much for taking the time, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Mike Shapula, our player of the game, a 7 RBI day, 3 for 3. There wasn't a time where he didn't drive in more than 1 run up at the dish today, and you heard it from him there, Nick. He said that if you were to ask me at 5 o'clock this morning if I was going to hit 7 RBIs, I'd probably tell you I don't think I'm going to do that today. Well, he did just that, and a huge victory for Notre Dame over Ewing to start the season. 14-0 the final, and a big test for them tomorrow coming up against Hamilton West.
Yeah, Hamilton West always a favorable opponent. The Notre Dame and Hamilton games have always been classics as they turn the page, but it's good for both teams. Ewing and Trenton Central tomorrow. I'll be over in Ewing to cover that game as both teams can quickly turn the page over to the second game here in 2025, but Irish off to a great start here in this young season.
14-0 the final score. First pitch fired in at 4:01. Final out recorded at 5:32. 1 hour and 31 minutes of official gameplay in this one today. Taking home the win, it's Josh Klena. He goes to 1-0 on the season, and the loss, unfortunately, goes to Ryan Gregg. Want to thank all of our sponsors who made today's broadcast possible: Team Toyota, Kessel Dermatology, Capital Health System, Revere Restaurant, NJEA, Notre Dame High School, Haldeman Ford, Jammer Doors and Windows, the Trenton Thunder, the Trentonian, the Italian People's Bakery, Hyundai of Trenton, Mayor Bert Steinman of Ewing Township, Mako of Ewing, all proud to bring you today's coverage here on WBCB. For the crew, Ethan Maldonado produced today's stream. Nick Gallagher did today's color commentary and camera work. My name is Mike Warren. One final time here from Notre Dame High School. The Irish jump out on the right foot in the win column with a dominant victory over the Blue Devils of Ewing by a final of 14-0. Until we talk to you again tomorrow afternoon as the Irish play host to the Hornets of Hamilton West, we thank you so much for tuning in. You've been watching high school baseball on WBCB. Have a great night, everybody.